Some people are afraid to grow because they haven't been there yet. They have yet to step out the front door to see what growth looks like because they're used to what they've been sitting in. You know, it's the same pot. They're used to the same weeds growing around them. They know the seasons that they come in. They know each leaf, you know, they know which one they can touch and what they can't touch. They know if they rub it the wrong way, they'll probably end up with a rash. It's sitting in the same pot of comfort. It's knowing when the dirt around or the soil around will get dry and when the rain is going to fall. But knowing the roots is getting too root bound, you know, it's sucking up all the soil. There's barely any room in the pot, but they're comfortable. Even though the roots are sticking out the pot and coming out the pot and breaking the sides of the pot, they're comfortable. They have shards of the pot going into the roots, you know, it's growing within the roots now. So the roots are kind of splintered and growing every which way inside of this broken up pot, but they're comfortable. But eventually, you know, those roots will grow into something else. They'll grow into the crevices of the sidewalk or inside of the soil that's not even treated, you know, with love and care. It's just motor oil and gas leaks and dirty sewer water just growing all throughout the dirt, you know, but the roots are growing in there. It's growing into the sidewalks of other places. It's growing under houses. It's growing into the sewer lines. But it's comfortable inside of this pot that's now broken up into so many pieces, you know, but it's still growing. It hasn't realized yet that within this pot of growing weeds in different seasons and the roots are just spreading out everywhere and every which way, it's sucking in everything. So therefore it's growing with everything that's not good. So it's just a bunch of confusion, but it's a beautiful flower once it grows, you know. Every season it's a beautiful different tint. It's a different hue because it's taking in all of the different ingredients from the road, other people's homes, you know, just what nature brings down, what the people throw out. The roots are sucking it all in. You know, the ground hasn't been properly treated. It hasn't been taken care of. It hasn't put no love into it. It's just a downpouring of anything the storm brings. And the roots are sucking it up. But again, it's a beautiful flower every time it grows, you know. It dies out during the freeze. It dies out during winter. But in spring, it blooms into something so immaculate. It has different branches and limbs, you know, different flowers, different buds, blooms, different times of the year. It's so beautiful. But it's so toxic. It's so full of everything that it's unedible. What once was something that you can eat and taste and get full servings from has now been so toxic because the pot that it was in, it was so comfortable in, has broken up into shards and it's grown into the roots, and the roots has grown into all of these places and grown into things, you know, around people that is not even taking care of the soil, it's not taking care of the ground that they walk on. It's just a downpouring of all types of storms and tornadoes and emotions sitting in puddles, you know, and it's feeding the roots. But it's always a beautiful flower. It's pretty. Something to look at all the time passing by. But you know you just can't touch it. It's just a beautiful flower. It's just the comfort of the pot that created this world of confusion as to what it is and what it could be from what it was. Careful what you're around. Careful what it is that you're doing for you, as most things are created for you to sit still and stay still and hold yourself in that one spot. Whereas picking yourself up and finding a new pot, new place, new things to do, places to go, will keep on not only internally growing you, but externally too. It'll grow your mind into beautiful open spaces where you can each, open each door and just remember those places, remember those things, and remember those people, and feel the senses of the energy that you've discovered within all those doors that you've opened up for yourself, because you've traveled, because you've gone, you've read, you've immersed yourself, you've learned and experienced the world around you. It's growing yourself in a different light, within that self you're growing yourself. People that are root bound are comfortable in that peace that they've surrounded themselves. No matter how many changes that they go through, they're comfortable in that pot in their head, but they grow to envy those around them that grow beautifully in different seasons and still move about, because they're still seeds in truth. Think about it. Have a good one. Bye.